into his purpose. Omo odo nyankopon ene wo mo nyankopon afre wo mo e wo ne brepam no ohwe won so na obo ho ban enso anopai me stress abambo no ama. We need that protection. Good morning and welcome to Angel 96.1 and ano pension asenso share. Angel in the morning any day brewo. If we celebrate ya kopin se bebo non krumpa imu, it is our duty to serve you breakfast. Enche bi enra na joko da de nesi anopa so rede nesi. Ya de bros anopa no nsia kasebo. Kasebo echi no. Agudi akonfo e de agudi emu nsem beba. Em say ye ra Champions League no. You know how they say you weekend and go out and Rubina Barre. Oh, team one home or dance. Maukodo quality nano pay. One of the warm up sports ever break. And watching a Ghana and come on a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, and a day too. Asante man. The dirty ye no and so Quasipon ewa menshia. And red dom a free entry a church in the bench eba menshia and yaku. And nano pains to a better association to say Quasipon will be updating us this morning. Sanso and as I said, they want air quality President John Dramani Mahama. Say on call state of emergency. It's an say Kalam say you say dear about a criminal activity. Edos Calibri conference almost joining the call this morning. President John Dramani Mahama say a last resort. Just a wire do obey in no. Nashi we are any year being also state of emergency never. Then so these agencies, civil society organizations, Christian groups, almost there be a galam say no air con annoyed. ATM state of emergency is here. We will talk about that, we will discuss that and Tuesday. Lawyer God Lava Jatin Crown will be in the studio. Dr. Kwasi Amache Boateng, Honorable PV Drantua Boateng. Onyina be join the conversation. We have a special guest in the studio who will be passing by for breakfast. Say yani Marco calling Sika Morgan, Emmanuel Osafo Mafo, Kwasi Skyface, Archery Technician, Douglas Nanaya Wajimai. The rest of the team touching and opinion edition on the day brew. Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. Angel.
Bobby Ricosu. Angel FM.
Abo nonsia yama munina ache ene eye ebobo some nida etoso edu ensia egakra ya che eye bosumi nimu ye kwa anisa wo memo ene kwafo maso nsema yabo abo no se no nsia brema kan kase ebo no ebra so se ye de ebremo ensema yabo abo no ede bremo no eni animu ebi enie osofo awo no ene hwe amahodo so nsem yera sam okudeto ablakwa ede atodwa se wo mu de proposal akwakoto mrasebe de fia passport ebo no 500 Ghana no wo kwakwa sere so mu nintum na yente ebo no eso
Abra ho samwe free mfimfi mantem bia ya ofre ho dem say yamransa abeke nsa no pay here say enra wi agede yese ka kwanhia bia si wo ho ameni pa nan en what one nan won se do amedubie no so ba bia woda no wo kire say imode
aloyafo enkabo muku a ewo my Ghana wo mu enanu ni eye mame efua gate wodi atudwa asem chief justice kan ye no enye sa enati
Sarah Enene University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG Nenkrabata ewo University of Ghana ene wode wan wat say baby edru no sa ban anhwe na wo mamu nyina ye ntimi ankontia galamse a ye be wugu
afa amahodo so ye beko America man mu na America man pali Donald Trump de atudwa se ensu shebia na eba wo mu ahye so no wo makwasa na komunipa miensa na timu ni nyane so mu sutu se enubone ena na free Venezuela mine mu eba bewura America mine mu
we no money afro bi ka ho na no pay yes so nkodia de free Angel 96.1 FM so hede brawo na no pay samudo de free Angel 96.1 FM so de brawo no Mr. Wadaroma obetimi atie bi wo eye pure 95.7 so ye dem live wo hono wo patase obetimi atie bi obetimi akọ eye abefo ntintan fidie so ye dem live wo Facebook no so wo Angel 96.1 kumasi eri to betimi akọ hono no ade wadwenkyere so ede aba edme ko biada romane na no pay waso ebu ede kase ebu ede bro yemfa seda emfa ye Angel Heba Industry ene wo mana de ye ni wanju krimen so samra ne nku Angel Factory kana fe Angel Heba Misha no na Angel Rock Misha obotantim akokora be dia bro wa be di mrantie na gia to mbobode ne kodwa so be bi eto ndo bia wo pe bia wo benye bi Mr. Daddy Lomba ni mtuni a ene bambo wotu wode fo ato na basako mo no na busia de the book of condolence no dia ba Angel fa vianzi kakra wo so fa so chore fa ne ho bia no obetimi aba
ene na Pepsodent eye charcoal ene Pepsodent herbal toothpaste no and American for Ediama Postia Ghana for Nina Yaje Edia Tum Natural Bank Piers in Sunie Enfia Diana Ebaya no Ababa Sumia Sumpa Achuma say a friend in need is a friend indeed but Modia never usika semina kwada womo na womo ebeboa enume adaroma na asu mu anopai yatena se edino sia brema kan kasebo ebaba somo enebna kasebo ye de ebai enuanom mienu na yatena se afihima ama afriye mene
na na kusi bensa afi yenye brain yemfa kasebo no enchiremu emfa emawo awia nrawia gede ne yete ye ese ka kwanhia bi asi ampa yetu anamo ekoho ema ye nsanchirofo kubusibusa mu wokoye no wone Ghana National Fire Service adwumani mu mpanimfo adwetwe nkomo na wode tu yedi mu se nokre ese nrawia gede ana sa ka kwanhia yi esi ye beye be se no mienu abapa ho simaduanan enum ebrene mu ne yesi ye DAF truck bi ane number ye AW 9548-13 ya na yesi wakwa kofa emo bag bi beye be sa hanson ye igumu na eye Toyota Hiace bi omode be pimu a na enya asem ketu no so na no ba eye GC 9728-21 na cheso omode be pimu na Ghana National Fire Service efu oduru hodmo no ene wonso wonyi ni pempie ni ade no na chese bra wotime bo anan timi bi ekoye ya asabia no na emu be se edum emu enan ede omunyina to na nanom wonse do ametubie do nso prepra de mo ode pa na won wa na gina hodmo a wode wani kotwa mense hunu de si ye wo hodmo no yenkutie wo
Ntibiana ase ayeti ode ma yesere a we no ba problem na etu yete bia na 1981 ya ba ya ka wo ne yete ko fu asa dro wa o jeti kemo ka onje da da na ya di da so fa ya na fa ni fa ba ya di bu echi a na ya start we da da no ma kama ya ti de wo su na ma fu si kam tere de wo yin yan ba no ma yin wo yin na ye performa tele na ma sa fu na yin wo na na ya yo ko ko
mfimfim bantemu no na yeti ye ya won wa de gina hodom no ede ho amade boy eti sei ede emai
afeyenko eye aban moe government accountability series ekoso enra na yera samo okudie to abla kwa we so for hwama hodo so wono na ene Ghana for ebeka sayebu akonta se ministry no die ba de na wo aye eniema hodo a ede o makoma so ba ko aye se passport ebu a yehuri ede kwa 500 Ghana no ye betumi ate so na Ghana for ko betumi ahare wo mo na obi a ebenya kwan aye passport no bi wo so hwe ebu 500 na Ghana for do na e o pepasa nka passport o ma de ato ho no mo de na so hwe 500 na woni anete akwa passport no ye ne ya enti o mo di proposal adesrede akwakoto aye mrahye badafia wo mo hwe ani mo se mrahye badafia fira homedie mu ba na wo mo tena se a wo mbetena so na wo ma hwe agide atum ama wo mo na ne 500 no ye yi so aye 150 every so a enka ebebo Ghana for pa na enu achi no wo se ade ba ko a wo ba office wo ba behu ye no so wo hwe atu ho anamon say passport no was so abaye a man for passport da hon ko a enya sem ketwa chess applications be 70,000 e de gu hon ma yanya ntu ho na mokra was sa de ni nyina yade a eye haw wobi o ha no wo hia ne de na emergency say wodi ebetu kwan na bibia ba be sanka mu na aka hon mo ye kɔ ye ba sa enti no so no wo mo tutu ne ma yi a wo mo de enema begu akwam a dakoro no a wo hia o passport no won sa ebetumi aka na se no ne emergency ebia no onia ne yade bia ka no na wo se nimanim ye na ne kire ya wo kwama no ne na kokosa no ho yade a eni kwan si ye twentwe na ase kora si ye twen se passport no beba eno sa ne metumi agina so wo se ne nyina ye nhihya hodo a ministry no aye se de be na eba ye passport application ho nsam no a
inform this gathering that in keeping our promise, we have submitted proposals to Parliament as contained in the new fees and charges bill for reduction in passport fees from 500 Ghana cedis to 350 Ghana cedis for the 32-page booklet. It is expected to come into force once Parliament resumes session and passes the new fees and charges bill. Before Parliament went on break, it was late. And you know, for allies, it has to meet a 21-day count. And we couldn't get to 21 days before we took the break. But when we resume, certainly the count will be on. And after 21 days, this will come into force. It's quite miraculous that we are seeing all these reforms, these enhanced services, and yet the fees are going to go down. This is really remarkable.
Yera Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa. Enough Tom Rashabedani on one so and was wafa. Washama hood was so to the attached for yate dene 500 no 150 baby free to some Rashabed the fear to Munquadia. Natchez a queen and a babada who be able to be a passport no ebi.
Yeah, yen to akase bono so na say galamsey queen abeye adeso akase pa yen Ghana ban ko mu kwan aban be fa so ya galamsey do betimi atu na se aban bono homodin bia na enso say ye kame say age aban nsemu say ede na asiu galamsey ho nsem no eda so twentwena ban ko mu na eno na University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG ne krabata wo University of Ghana enei wode nsem bi dia ba ya wo bo Ghana fo nyina kokose hwe se ye nyina ye tena ho ne ye nhwe ha ne yi adwene se emfa ye ho a da che be fa ye ho esan se sade ne wo manfo si di gala no na gala na wo die no so no nukura mu nie enuro ene chemicals ahodo a wodi eyi saa efoma gudie no efri ye nsu ahodo ne ade mu no sabe se Ghana fo si anya hwe yi a ye nyina ye be wuwu efri o man Ghana mu ya hweye pa ya akyerkyerefo nkabom ko ya wo mo edom sa UTAG koe ne nkrabata wo Legon no wo de wo no atomu Dr. Jerry Joe Harrison wono na ye General Secretary ya woda UTAG ne nkrabata wo Legon ya no na wono kra de wakyerem ese yete wono mo ayayi adwene se mfa ye ho ya o manfo digala no wode sa chemicals yi ese ye nsuo ni ade ya adwene ne se bia o nsuo we de ye nkonom bi yankwadum bia ye de ye ntena ho enye den ya sabe nyamwa ye wo mo no wo mbekọ sansuo ye emu no makodum sansuo de bi wo makodum bia ennam no ye de bekọ adwama so ama wakọ akotobia adi na wudi a adidi mu a sa chemicals no emu no afa bie wo sansuo de mu no ubehunu na ekumu afiri atiasefo asase so enti ya hweye pa ya Dr. Harrison oboyenkoko ni enti de na bi.
The water situation is causing havoc in people's homes. The people around Konyako and many other areas don't have water. They don't have enough money to buy water to use for their homes. People have had to consume these waters, and they are going to have cancers and neurodegenerative diseases by all means. Is that not an emergency enough for you? So what do you prefer? That we sit down for 5%, 10% of the population to begin to have visible neurological symptoms before we take action? No. Look, I am telling you that I'm a scientist. I know for sure that whether you like it or not, if you don't get it through the food that you consume, these metals will accumulate in their bodies. You go and get them, and then you eat them, you have problems. Now, what we are not even realizing, many of these waters will very soon not have any living thing in there because there's no oxygen. The chemical oxygen demand in there will be very low to support life.
Anyway, Ghana for yenyina yesampo nti ekone de nya Ghana ban ko akon se de wo kan de na kire se esese yenyina ye yahwe yi na sa galam se ye bo ho dawuro pa na o manfo a esan sika pani brenchi wai wadwene so de gala no an obedie na de nya wo ho no ene na sunsun so no se yahwe ya Ghana for yenyina be wu
2025 annual conference akoso ede ama aloyafo a ewo man Ghana emu ha na eno na maame efuagate a wono na ye president Ghana Bar Association aloyafo enkabo mukuo no ede atodwa se comment bi anasa sambi a eye Dr. Dominic Ayene kandefa aloyafo ewo man Ghana mu ha no wo mu ne ya adwene bi a enye na yesi obi ni ma obi ekire wo hwe aloyafo adwumadie ewo Ghana ha no musi ya enye court dem nko a eno mu di dwuma ewo ho no mo wo mu pia bonti na se bibi koso wo man Ghana mu a wo mu de o ma no etomu bi enti ne kwase papa no ekasa na adwumadie no koso ewo Upper West eno eno ewo Upper West na Dominic Ayene nsemo kan mama yenti
gave rise to the Abu Ramadan line of cases. Immediately upon assuming office in 2017, an Article 146 petition was filed for a removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Charlotte Osei, and her deputies from office. The bar saw no basis to speak out about compliance with due process when petitions based upon the same constitutionally defined procedures were brought in respect of the removal from office of the former Chief Justice, Mrs. Gertrude Arabatokono. Ladies and gentlemen, the honest question we have to ask ourselves is, what changed? Justice must be rooted in confidence, and confidence is destroyed when right-minded people go away thinking that the judge was biased. The same applies to the bar. Our authority as a profession depends on public confidence that we stand above the fray of narrow partisanship. Let us therefore be the conscience of the Republic, fearless when governments overreach, impartial when opposition agitates, and always faithful to the sovereignty of the people under the Constitution.
Chief Justice Ekaye na eno na maame eye gati enso eyi na no na wode atodwa kire ne se eba eye article 146 ye di edi dwuma no a Ghana Bar Association eye o mafam ade na edumra bi a eye na ho bahia se judiciary no so be kire niam mu yie ede a kire wo mo wo se wo hwe wo man Ghana ha ekwan a ye fa so a ye yi nkofo bi afiri officer enye sa lawyer for dwumadie no asokwato dem nko a de waso wo mu ye bia wo mu eye na so dumra bia na akoya se de akikire wo mu sade egu wo machi de wo mu beka bia ni ho no mu a eye na ewura mpayifo asum de wo maka so mbaye na no mbaye enti Chief Justice ye edumra bia e wo se niam mu da ho na wo mu so Ghana fo tumi hu se wo yi court dem free ho no ma de waso wo mu ye bia no wo mu eye
points us to protect the independence of the judiciary. This is a duty the association does not take lightly, and from time immemorial, the bar has fiercely performed this duty. My learned friends, we are all aware that Article 146 of our 1992 Constitution has come under severe scrutiny in recent times. For the first time under the Fourth Republic, it's been evoked in respect of a Chief Justice. The position of the bar must be stated clearly in this regard. The bar recognizes the fact that the power of removal can be exercised under Article 146. But the bar's major concern relates to the process. In the absence of specific rules of procedure, the sketchy process potentially lends itself to arbitrariness and a lack of fairness. Hence the bar's resolution on the matter, which was as follows.
2025 annual conference ekoso ewo eyewa Ghana Bar Association President Mami Efuagate ena yetene nkano.
Reverend John Awuni wano na ye National Chairman Emma Food and Beverages Association of Ghana. Ene wani ni kuo no ede nsem bi di ababontense Emma Ghana aban aso nte na said ye nyire ni no say Ghana ban atoto nsuo ne nkane abom ne tichiri pa ne nkane abo no said ye ban asia pagye mu na magana fo super ebi ne mo kire se wo hunu de enti a say Ghana ban etoto nkane abo mu koduru ba bi a edri ya Ghana fo ensugu onye mu papa na sebi ho na eye Reverend John Awuni ene ni kuo no ede aba bonten se Ghana ban wada Roma anya ntumu ne hieu baby asese Ghana yedru no se enkane abo no ene wayi wadwene so obetutumu dia ene na won solve Ghana fo yem problem ma yen kora wu senti the same what you say ne sabia so sabia nyado enkane eye energy sector no eniema bi koso ewo energy sector ni mu a ewo no na esenka Ghana ban ma na ni ku ho pa katasi she dream die contract hu hia ye de money ade ya trese sika wodo a efo manfo nsem e wosa energy sector ho no ene na aka ho bia Ghana ban eboka enti esenka ban bo moden no ohwe no wotime yisiesie e energy sector ho na niema wodo bia to sire ni ade no wodi gu akwa mu na nyese bia ekuo no e kasati ase bia ehu hia se aban ebetoto nkane ya bomu ni ade na emom no niema bi nkoso yie enti adenti na ban wo momode mfa saa ne ma ne ngu akwa mu ansa na ebia se enkane abo no ba tumu kura no a na nko atutum wosesa owura fi a yenka wo eno na de eye MPP aban ene na ado danko ekufu ado aban ekofie
sales have dropped by 70%. Whether we talk kenken, we talk moi, we talk sugar, we talk water, bibia, the drinks, bibia, we call marketer, we wait now till the end of the day. Sales have dropped by 70%. Into the ayekano, enye lies because here the sufu, omubetuma who said, Sisia, almost target because if they don't buy, we cannot pay the taxes. And what we need now in this country is not tariff adjustment. We need a reset in the energy sector. We need a reset in the utility sector because today that the increment in the tariffs, proposed increment in the tariffs, is not a new thing. We have been discussing about this tariff increment and talk about tariff adjustment, and they have been increasing year after year in the past years. Indeed, higher utility tariff was part of the reasons why we voted Nanado government out. And if we voted the NDC in, we voted them in to reset the country, to realign the systems in the country. And if they have to come in and now talk about utility tariff increment, then how different are they from the NPP government? Is it
Inti MPP aban ebreso wo mo antoto niema eye no mo ye o madwene so mbetoto nkane abomu na Ghana force montana hwe ne eba ye di kokurumuti be kire mo pa na Ghana for di kokurumuti kire won efie kwan inti sandisi aban so aba na so be yesa ade a ene ye toje won a na eye Reverend John Awuni amanso ho wo so ne de nkonya ya nko be sra ban ese energy sector ho no eka ya eda aban so no ebie no ne ka ho a inti ama aban peso wototo nkane abomu ni ade ese de be yesa aka emre no be ye free ho wose da bi wone de nkonya ya ekwan a eka wodo omanfo a edede deka ewo nkane a eho nsem emu no aban momode no ohunu kwan be fa so obegipia ada sa aka ni nyina wogige sa aka no a ene na nka ehu be ne hia se woto eye nkane abomu.
They have a whole lot of debt hanging out. We have heard about government institutions owing millions of cedis. There are too many meters in the system that are not working. They should improve upon their debt collection. Whether prepaid meters are working, I have power on them, yet they are not reading. Postpaid meters are working, they are not reading. And there are too many. Let them just embark on nationwide campaign, go all over and work to collect the debts, work to collect to correct the systemic. Within 3 months, they will see how much money they will rake in. We saw how much revenue that Mahamadou Bik collected when he went out. They can do the same thing.
Yeah, NATA, National Chairman, Emma Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, and Yeti Nini, Reverend John Awuni. And some in a free angel 96 motor from Sanebo Aquam, ye homesto, Yakuti Abua from Krato, Yeba, Yebetrason Yakwamanoni.
The luckiest everywhere, for everyone.
Day. Maintain kakeko. Miniman kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 asayaba.
Afi mami chow a kwaya over for swinging ticket. But star 712 hash. Ready as she said so. To ticket. And now say ko internet this. And this guess what? Some I was just I think I gloves.
And this guess what? Some I was just your father. Surgical gloves. And this guess what? Some I was just your father. Surgical gloves.